A big boy. Earth to mommy, can you hear me? I squished my nose against the bedroom window, squinting up at the starry night sky. It was early, earlier than early, but maybe if I looked hard enough, I'd catch a glimpse of Mummy up there. I hope it's not raining in the stars, I whispered, and that those pesky angels aren't bugging you for my stories, the ones you used to tell me every night. Seriously, angels, get your own stories. I glanced at the clock. 5 a.m. 5? The sleepy sun forgot to wake up today, I grumbled. We were supposed to go to the zoo, but the night decided to stick around. I was about to check the sixth star, give or take a few, when... Kaboom! Kapow! Ta-ta-ta-ta! A surprise attack! Mr. Fluffy was at it again. Bullets whizzed past as I ducked, rolled, and dove behind the toy box. I fought and fought for what felt like 1,000 years. Maybe even 10. I gave it everything. Every bit of my awesomeness. But no matter how fast I moved, Mr. Fluffy's attacks never slowed. My arms ached, my tummy rumbled. I had no choice. Grabbing the nearest thing, a stray white sock, I waved it high in the air. I surrender. You win, Mr. Fluffy. Then, narrowing my eyes, I muttered under my breath, only for now, you sneaky, sneaky teddy bear. With the war on pause, even a mega-awesome warrior couldn't go to the zoo unprepared. Next mission? Packing for the zoo. I searched high and low for my backpack. I checked all the secret spots where it liked to hide. But it was getting very good at this game. Time for my backpack finding dance. 3 very serious spins, 2 butt wiggles, and 1 dramatic shout, "Backpack, come here. I have a surprise." Peekaboo! There you are. I grabbed it super fast, ready to be the best zoo-goer ever. But when I unzipped it, I let out the biggest sigh in the history of all sighs. Inside, a whole lot of nothing. Well, except for my sippy cup, a big kid bottle, but I like the old name, and my big notebook for big boys. But those didn't count. They practically lived in there. Oh, come on, I groaned, staring into the empty backpack. This thing isn't going to fill itself. I scratched my head. What do people bring to the zoo anyway? A walkie-talkie? A net? Oh, wait a second. Snacks. Snacks are the most important thing in the whole world. I zoomed to the kitchen like I had a jetpack strapped to my back. I grabbed 3 super yummy cookies, a banana, and, aha, my secret stash of gummy bears. Those were my backup plan for everything. I tossed them into my backpack, but it still looked droopy and sad. What if I end up playing hide-and-seek with a lion? In went my ninja mask, my lucky pillow, and of course my superhero cape. Duh. Every boy needs his cape. By the time I was done, my backpack looked ready to burst, but I didn't care. I grabbed the zipper, took a deep breath, and ka-chunk! Awesome. What now? Oh no, I groaned, smacking my forehead. The notebook! I fumbled with the backpack, yanked out the notebook and flipped it open. This wasn't just any notebook. It felt like having a second mummy, one that helped me remember things, even though now I had to do them by myself. Before, everything was a jumbled mess. Daddy and I would bump into each other, waiting for things to magically make sense. Then one day, Miss Lily gave me a special notebook. She said it had superpowers. It could catch all the zoomy-zoom thoughts bouncing in my head and make them sit in a line, like ducks at the pond, so I could talk to them one by one. And you know what? It worked. Now, doing things is only hard, instead of no way. I took a deep breath and reminded myself. Liam, 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 remember the morning tasks. Liam's totally awesome, super-duper checklist. Splash attack, wake up, sleepy face. Sugar monsters, nowhere to hide. Wild hair, it's fixing time. Operation, see you later, pajama, yum, yum. Boots on, adventure mode activated. I glanced around the room. It looked like a kid-tastrophe lived in here. Clothes, toys, and picture books were scattered everywhere. I sighed, grabbed a red crayon and added, clean up this mess. Checklist updated. Next, bathroom time. Big boys don't hurry, they do it good. Oops, way too much toothpaste, enough for a dragon. Now I was a brave knight. With my shiny sword, toothbrush, and trusty shield toothpaste cup, I charged into battle, fighting the sugar monsters hiding between my teeth. One by one, I chased them down and brushed them far, far away. My teeth squeaky clean, I stared down the closet. Ugh! Why do clothes have to be so stubborn? Pajamas are comfy, but ninjas don't do comfy, they do sneaky. Imagine if I had to tiptoe past a sleeping dragon. All right, time to pick. I shut my eyes and chanted. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. Bam! Out came my dino t-shirt, my jeans with a million pockets, and my cowboy boots. Perfect. I checked myself in the mirror. A giant grin spread across my face. Oh, yeah. Coolest kid in town. And he knows it. I looked around my room again. Big mess. I needed a plan. After squeezing my poor brain to the last drop of smart, I grabbed my notebook, found an empty page, and wrote, Big mess. Chop it into smaller messes first, easy peasy. I made a list. Toys in the box. Books on the desk. Clothes under the bed because nobody looks there anyway. Little by little, my room went from uh-oh to not bad. Just as I finished, my tummy let out the loudest growl ever. Growl! Okay, I said, patting my belly. Breakfast it is. I scooped up Mr. Fluffy and gave him a soft squeeze. Let's head downstairs before we get into more trouble. Pausing at the door, I whispered, Mommy, before I go, here's the biggest hug ever, wrapped in tickles and kisses. I hope it reaches you all the way up in the stars. Whoa! Making these videos is like battling invisible space kittens and ticklish teddy bears. It makes my brain work so hard, it almost runs out of super-duper awesomeness. Operation Amazing Channel needs your help. Your mission, and it's a really important one, is to be a cookie hero by smashing that like and hitting subscribe before the Cookie Monster gobbles up all the cookies in the universe. It's way easier than cleaning your room, I triple promise. Each click helps me fight off the sleepy brain monsters and fuels my next big adventure. Remember my big notebook for big boys? Well, making these videos needs big support from my big friends. That's you. If I made your day just a teeny bit brighter and you can spare a small donation through my PayPal, that would be the most awesome thing ever and help fill up my Make More Super Cool Videos treasure chest. Love you tons, my awesome adventure buddies.